Welcome, everybody, to the Mozos pre-show here for Saturday, May 30th, game day against Midland in Midland. The first of three matchups we have this season against the team down south. I'm Dylan Wynn for Caleb Lester. Welcome to the pre-show. Caleb, how are you feeling today? How are you doing, buddy?
Nothing means more today. I mean, that's been the energy all week, because this game is so early on in the season. Like you saw it, in the last post game that we did. The game had ended, and we were trying to talk about the result, and you cannot talk about it without the context of what this game is this week.
Correct.
And so it's been a really intense week, just for everything going on, and I just want to see how that's gonna come out into the field.
Absolutely. And, this is the first big match that people will have circled on their schedules. I mean, this is the first
Somehow
one.
not the USL2.
Somehow not, the premier
Can I
first
tell you my
game.
theory of why?
Yeah,
West Texas's broadcast is so bad
that's probably why.
and they probably don't have a commentator either.
That's
that
probably
it was
it.
going to look bad.
Yeah, that's probably why it's not USL2 game of the week, which also, I mean, it's Columbus FC and Dothan, and those are two fantastic clubs, and another Hitch team in Columbus. So it makes sense. I understand why we're not game of the week, but it is must-watch football in my opinion. It's in Midland, first of three, of course. The next two are in July, so we are completely Midland free in June, which is fantastic. That's amazing for us. I mean, we play every other team in June, but this is the first of three, of course, and it's the big one because we don't really know how Midland is at this point. Now, at the same time, we did see them lose 1-0 to Denton, and that Denton game, from my understanding, Caleb, this was not like a Lubbock Matadors at Fort Worth 1-0 situation where there was a lot of opportunities for Lubbock to get something going, and it just didn't happen. What happened in that Denton game?
Well, so here's the thing. So it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, Denton had like two balls cleared off the line. So they should have been up 3-0 going into halftime. Absolutely dominated the game. And a lot of West Texas, what you did is they played on the back foot and they played very defensively. They tried to play balls over the top.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't working out. And then they came into that second half and pressed a lot more and looked a lot better. And, had some really good chances going in there. But you just want to see how they're going to adapt their play style coming into, this game against Lubbock. Because a lot of what I saw, comparing it to West Texas style football last year was drastically different. It looked like they were playing they were playing a 4-back instead of a 3-back like they did last year. It looks like, Scotty's really trying to get out of the shadow of David with his tactics. And so this is going to be the first time they're coming up, like they've had a week now to look at that result and see what they can change. And they've had time to look at what Lubbock's done. And so I just want to see how the tactical evolution comes into play here.
And that stream kind of went down from what we saw, right?
So it was broken up into two streams, but also the camera angle was awful.
Which I will say right now, that is just Midland dark magic perpetrating itself into just the every single away game match. But at the same time, this match is very important because it's a new era for both clubs. They're both in USL2 now, and Scotty and David have both spent enough time away from each other that, yes, there's still like a whole, out from the shadow, protege sort of energy, but at the same time, they've
protege
coached
from the guy who's older than him?
Yes, exactly. Scotty doesn't know. But they're still like they've spent a season apart, and there's enough time now where both coaches can kind of show their own flair for the first time against one another since around 310 days or so ago. So that is a big difference at this point. Do you think Scotty has anything new planned for Lubbock from their performance that we saw against them?
A lot of the thing about, especially what we saw last year from the Midland side, is not about the tactical approach from Midland. A lot of it is the mental side of the game, which with these derbies are what wins games. I mean, like the whole phrase is form goes out the window. Whoever wins the day, who's ever the best on their day, whoever is going to perform the best. And so that's what that's going to be the battle. Like, I think just from watching this team and watching that Midland side, Lubbock's going to win the tactical battle every day of the week. But it's going to be that mental side. It's going to be whether these players are really up for it for these games, because West Texas is always up for this game.
Yes.
It's just going to be whether this Lubbock side can get over the mental block. Because this is the first time we're coming into a game where we're not expected to completely dominate. I mean, I did some of the stats the other night. In the first half alone for the Fort Worth game, we had 78% of possession.
Yeah.
That means for 78% of the first half, we had the ball.
Which is fantastic. That is almost 80%.
And then you go into the second half, and it's 62%.
Which that's still great.
It's still
that is
great.
Over 50%.
But in this game, I don't know if you're going to have that depending on how Midland comes out and plays. If they come out and play that style where it's a lot more, defensive and like they did in the first half versus Denton, you could see us have those similar stats. But if they come out and play on that front foot and try to press us, how will this Lubbock side adapt to that?
Now, also keep in mind that first half when we had almost 80%, 78% possession of the ball, we only got one goal. Yep. But once we lose that possession of the ball, we score 3 in that second half. So it's a bit of a different tale. Do the stats really align with that?
Yeah. So, I mean, because a lot of our chances came off the counter. And that was a lot of what came in that second half. I mean, we only had 204 passes in that second half. But a lot of that was because there was 11 fouls in that second half. Like, the game was very stop-start.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was because Fort Worth would try to go and get a goal, and Lubbock's speed on the breakaway. I mean, you talk about Momo and Samuel coming up through there, and all their goals came on breakaways. And that's something that maybe Lubbock could play into this week, is that if Midland tries to pressure you, let them pressure you.
Yeah.
But keep players like Momo high and try to hit him on the breakaway, because if Momo gets a chance to finish, he's going to put it away.
Yeah. Which that's what I'm interested about this Midland defense. Are they going to lock down Momo like you can lock down a house with Lubbock Abstract and Title? Take it to Lubbock Abstract and Title.
I'll give you that one. That was good.
Thank you. That was pretty good. I mean, look, we love you, Thomas. You're doing so much better on the transitions, by the way. I mean, every week on the Coaches Show, it's getting better. It's getting so much better. But come on. You got to lock it down. Yeah. Like you can lock down a house with Lubbock Abstract and Title, whether buying, selling, refinancing, or building your home. Lubbock Abstract offers complete escrow, closing, and insuring services. Talk to Cam and tell them the Mozos sent you, which we want to have a big special thank you to Cam for giving us $300 towards our Mozos party bus tomorrow or today. So if you're still interested in getting on that, it's $60. It includes a ticket to the game, and you get transportation to and from the game in Midland. We're going to stop at Tall City Brewing before we head on over to the match at Astound Broadband Stadium. Make sure to find us at 2 Docs starting at 2 p.m. Tomorrow we have a whole bar crawl going on tomorrow as well, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We depart at 3 p.m., and that is brought to you by Lubbock Abstract and Title. So lots of fun stuff there. Caleb, you're not going to be on the party bus.
No.
That really stinks.
I'm moving.
He's moving, so we need some extra time, but you'll be there.
I will be there. I will be there.
You'll be there.
What a miss for the world.
Along with a few surprise guests are going to be there as well, which we will not say. But come to Midland tonight. You'll see who will be there tonight. Yeah. We've got a good amount of folks coming out as well. And speaking of, you got to gear up. You got to gear up for these away games. And you see this beautiful shirt? Do you see this beautiful shirt? I'm going to be wearing this today. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. We have 3 games against Midland. Get this before July and wear it for the next 2, because you got to go on over to Mozos shop.mozos.org. Get geared up for the Matador season at shop.mozos.org. Stylish hats, shirts, and stickers are all for sale and directly benefit the Mozos atmosphere home and away. You'll be able to buy this, and starting now, the poster for today's game as well against West Texas, and it is a doozy. Go on over to social media right now and check that out, but make sure to get your Midland Smoke shirt.
I don't remember. What was the text?
The text right here, if I'm actually going to get this closer here.
I can't remember what it said.
We're going to get this closer here to the camera, because I did have Japanese friends transcribe this. The Japanese text here says, "To my little brother, we smoked you out of your own house." That is what it says. And a habanshi is a smoker, someone who uses smoke pyrotechnics in Japanese. So we are the 100 Midland Habanshi.
There you go.
I am a huge weeaboo. But
it's all right.
Look,
it's a nice shirt.
It's a very nice shirt, but I've got a lot of that Japanese influence in me, and that kind of makes me a loser. But you know who's not going to lose, right? Tomorrow, hopefully Lubbock. What are your thoughts on our current offense? Because I've heard some rumblings that we're going to be trying something different. Can't confirm those statements, of course. But what should the Matadors do differently to really separate themselves from Scotty's offense and defense?
The big thing for me is intelligent spacing. I
Mhm.
think a lot of times we're having players play in kind of similar areas. And a lot of that is just because, I might have said this last week. David said it really well, talking about players playing on FN versus AM.
Mhm.
You know, they're all playing on a wavelength. It's just not hitting each other right.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of it is intelligent spacing and, making the correct runs, finding your channel, finding the half space, and just being very intentional with what you're doing. Because sometimes, we all love free-flowing attacking football. But there comes a time where a rigid system will actually be a better system. And I think that's kind of what I want to see coming against this West Texas side, where they expect a free-flowing team. If they don't know what you're doing and you know what you're doing, you're fine. Because they're expecting a free-flowing team. They're expecting players like Momo to just want to dribble past them all the time. But if Momo's making these runs into the channel and we're able to slip a ball through, they're not going to know what to do the next time.
Yeah.
And that's mainly just what I want to see is a lot of attacking intent and deliberate choices in passes and runs.
Here's the thing with this Midland team, which we're never going to call them West Texas FC. If you're new here, we do not call West Texas FC West Texas FC. They're not the real West Texas.
No.
Lubbock and Midland are in West Texas, but it's a whole thing. It's a whole giant thing.
My buddy from this is complete side point.
Go for it.
My old roommate Daniel, shout out. He hates the term West Texas out here because he's from El Paso.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, but that's
he's like,
also
y'all are
West
all
Texas.
East Texas.
It's like no, we're not East Texas though.
To him,
like,
you are.
I mean, yeah, but that's Naga nowhere.
Yeah.
Nagadoches, Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah.
That's out there. That is out there. Look. There's a lot of questions for me, especially about what we're going to see, because Midland's only played one game. They've only played one game. They played a friendly against Sun City FC, won in penalties in that game as well. It was a 2-2 draw, then won 5-4?
5-4. Yep.
5-4 in penalties. So there's a lot of questions about this team, a lot of questions about what they're going to bring to the table. And their second game in this USL2 season, being against the Matadors, really kicks things into gear for them. Matadors have only played against Fort Worth. That's the only team we've played against just this season in general with this squad. So there's a lot of questions about what this team will do. And my big question is, as always, for whatever reason, I believe this series is 5-2, 5-3 in favor of Midland. I believe it's 5-2 in favor of Midland. But
I would believe you are correct.
I believe they've beaten us 5 times. We've beaten them 2 or 3 times. And only once under David Ormiston. David kind of killed us both times when we played him in 2024.
Well, so we split the series 1-1 the first year, but we won on goal difference.
Yep.
David beat us twice at West Texas.
Yep.
Then Scotty beat us twice, and then we won.
So, yeah, it is 5-2.
Yeah.
So, total series, I mean, Midland has gotten us down there, and I think we've never beaten them away.
No, we did.
Except
the first season we lost at home on a breakaway goal.
That's right.
And then we went there and won 4-2.
Which was the night that I will scrub from the records. Yeah, that's the night I will scrub from the records. And then we beat them away last season in the Lone Star Conference final. But we haven't really. It's really hard for us to beat them in their regular season, and it's really hard to beat them at home because we have never beaten them at home. That is an interesting stat. We've never beaten Midland at home, which is why that home finale on July 11th is something you need to circle on your calendar. We need as many people out there as possible because that is a big time game for us, and we need everybody in Lubbock to come out and show your support and make noise for that. This team, whenever they're away, whenever we're playing them, they have some weird magic that just permeates from the turf and grabs our players and affects them in some way. And I think that's also superstition. Do you think there's going to be like a curse-clearing moment in this game? It's going to be like a Ted Lasso burning all the stuff in the middle of the pitch moment for this team? Or do you think Midland can find something to peg on this team for?
Well, and this is what I was talking about earlier with, how well Scotty has done getting his team up for these games. And I do really think this could be one of those games where we set the tone for the rest of this rivalry.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a completely new era. They've lost their first game. We've already won 2. We have a chance to have a 9+ point differential on them. And this is the time where you should go bury them.
Yes.
And the sad thing is that I'm so scared to say that.
The scary thing as well is that they're the underdog in this scenario.
Well, here's the thing. They've been the underdog every time.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think the only game they were maybe favored was the final,
Yeah.
where we won.
Yeah.
They have been maybe in the David Orbiston last game of the season won, but most of the time they've been the underdog, and of course when you are the underdog, siege mentality, everybody's against you.
Yeah.
Like that's how you approach that kind of game. When you're expected to win, you kind of relax a little bit.
You relax
and
a tad,
so
yeah.
it's why we love March Madness, stuff like that. But so that's how I want to see this team approach this game is you are favored.
Mm-hmm.
Play like it.
Yes.
Like, don't just think that, because same way we played against Fort Worth, you were always going to win that game. You still went and put up 4. You scored 1 in the the 93rd minute because you had the intent to go and do that. And this needs to be one of those moments where this can be a complete sign of how this team is going to perform the rest of the season. This is a time where you are going to be under so much pressure. It's only the 3rd game of the season, but how do you think you're going to feel if we go into the final day and we need a point?
Yeah.
Just one.
Just a point.
How are you going to react?
Or even or even, God forbid, a win.
A win.
3 points.
How are you going to play under that kind of pressure? But so this is going to be a good benchmark for David to see how does this player adapt to pressure?
Yeah.
How does he react to adversity?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to see from this team is just the mental fortitude to go through and attack and be able to get through that adversity. And I think one of the big things that's not really been spoken about is the amount of leadership on this team. I'm not saying there wasn't leadership last year, but I think the quality level of individuals on this team and the quality level of leadership could drive us through this game alone.
We heard from the coaches show that Theo has just really stepped up in practices this season.
Yep.
He's the one who, if something bad happens, he takes responsibility. He's like, that was on me, my bad. He's really stepped up and become a leader in this scenario. Especially, he was the one who saved the season last season in Midland. He was the one who got that equalizing goal to get us there, and that was huge. And now he's becoming his whole other leader on his own. That is massive. And even when he is not on the field, he was captain in that first first opening game. Got red carded. Did not play against Fort Worth this past Friday, but he's still a leader in his own right. There are so many players that are back from last season who are now leading these other guys who are here for the first time and are just showing them the ropes and showing them how we play here in Lubbock and how we play under David Ormiston. I'm very excited about that. I'm not sure that Midland has returners. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that played for West Texas last season that are returning. We took one of West Texas's guys. Yeah. We took one of those guys. And there's just a lot there that I don't know. It's very uncertain. Every game is always 50-50 before the game starts. Sure. I mean, that's pretty much how it is. You either win or you lose. Or you draw. It's not 50-50. It's 33%. But it is it's one of 3 results. You win or you lose or you draw. And Lubbock needs a win. Midland desperately needs a win. And a draw would work for either side. Yeah. And that's the hardest part about this game because Lubbock has enough leadership that I think that we can push through and get a win. Yep. Midland is still an uncertain anomaly in this entire division. We don't know what leadership they have, if there's anybody who's going to step up and become the big man for them. There's just a lot of question marks there, and that's what makes me very, very weary about this match today, is that we're going into their home stadium. This is their home opener against their biggest rival on a Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Midland, Texas, and there's a lot of unknown quantities on this Midland team, whereas Midland can kind of look and be like, oh, there's your leaders. Go, everybody just double, triple team Momo. Double, triple team their forwards. Double, triple team Duvon in the midfield. Yeah. Mess them up.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's what makes these games what this sport is. Mm-hmm. There is so much more than what's on paper. There's a reason I always say it. The game's not played on paper, it's played on grass.
Yes.
And we have the better players. We have the better coaching staff. We have the better facilities. We have the better, front office. We have the better everything. And it would not shock me if they beat us.
Yeah.
Because that's just
how it is.
just how this sport is.
That's how it goes.
But here's the thing. I don't think they would beat us. Because I really think, last year, the players who were here had their come to Jesus moment.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 2-1 loss at home to lose the regular season. That was their come to Jesus moment. And they went and beat them. And they really improved.
Mm-hmm.
And every team has a come to Jesus moment sometime in the season. I hope it's not this one.
Yep.
But
if it is this one, it's early enough in the season where you can recover and you can keep going.
I want to have an absolute demolition. I mean, we have been due for an absolute demolition. I mean, you think of the games last year where we totally dominated the game. You think of going back to Paul Gilbert under the 1-0 loss at home. Absolutely dominated that game.
Mm-hmm.
Lose on the 90th minute to a breakaway goal. I mean, that's what I want to see from this side is clinicality. That's something I really put a lot of pressure on them in the first game was the lack of clinicality.
Yeah.
They missed so many chances coming in that first game. This last game was the first game where we were clinical. We had an XG of 4.02. That means we were expected to score 4.02 goals. We scored 4 goals.
We scored 4, so we were there.
We were there.
4.
And that's what I want to see coming in this game is being able to just put down the emotions. This is just any other game, but you have to respect the occasion.
Let them spikes out you because then they get ejected too. If they have emotions. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What?
You're saying put away the emotions, right?
Yeah.
And if they're emotional and they're playing off emotion, they're going to just go spikes up on you. They're going to try to slide tackle you. You get those yellow cards on that team.
The phrase you're looking for, by the way, is studs up.
Studs up. Studs up.
I thought you said
spikes out.
Spikes
out. I think it said spikes out.
No,
studs up. Studs up.
up.
Spuds up. So they play it in Idaho. So they do it in Idaho.
Anyways,
that's how they do it in Idaho.
But
shout out Boise AC. Shout out Boise AC.
But so that's what I want to see from this side is the clinicality and a calmness from a team that does not have one captain.
Yeah.
Every player on that field needs to be a captain.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to hold everybody accountable. If there's some player who you can tell is not playing the occasion or not playing the game but playing the occasion, they need to come off. You need to go put a hand on their shoulder and say, get out your head.
Yeah.
Play with the ball.
Yeah.
Like go and have that intensity, but also the intentionality to go and play the game. Because I know David's going to, one thing I love about David's tactics is there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's all these coaches that you see, we talk about this with Pep Guardiola, like where he's like, everything is so specific and every player is basically hand controlled. No, let them play free. That's what you could tell a good side is the ability to have freedom.
Yeah.
But in games like this, you need to still have that freedom, but you need to have the confidence of the player to your left and to your right and to your front and behind that they know what you're going to do. You know what they're going to do. That's what I mean with intentionality. David's not going to tell him, make this run. That's what you need to do all game. No, he's never going to tell somebody that. But whoever ends up playing in the forward position, whoever plays in the midfield, they need to have that mental link of, well, I'm going to make a cutting run here. I'm going to make a run across the defense and, cut up and play the ball in behind. That's this kind of stuff we need to see from this side. And a lot of that goes out the window when you're playing the occasion and you're playing the event and it gets in your head.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we struggled with in the previous years where we go 1-0 down and the world is falling and you start seeing stupid mistakes happen. That's one thing we need to avoid is one, go out there and get that first goal. I want to see a high pressing side coming for that first goal, because that's what happened in the one game we won against them last year. Who was it? Pablo Torre goes and gets the first goal. Although they come back and score 2 on us and we have to score in the 95th, it sets that tone for the rest of the match.
Yes, absolutely. And we need to set the tone for the rest of this game day, by the way. So I'm going to need you. I don't have my phone with me. Could you pull up the other 2 games that are playing on this day while we do a little bit of ad reads here, one of which is the final destination of the Mozos pregame bar crawl that we're bringing out for our first away day that we're doing it. We usually do these on the weekday games for the home games, but we're bringing it back here today for our friends here that are going to that Midland game. So make sure to go on out to Wrecked Burgers and Brews at noon, Chimmy's at 1, or Two Docks starting at 2 p.m. for the Mozos pregame bar crawl. Spread some Matador's spirit. And we're ending off at Two Docks, and we're departing from Two Docks if you're going on the party bus. So shout out to Two Docks. Two Docks is the official brewery of the Mozos. Come by every game day for specials on their incredible selection of beer and wine. Mozos Ultras members get a free pint every home day party while surprise lasts. Sign up for their loyalty program for $25 a month. Get a free pint every time you visit. If you're coming on a Matador's game day, that loyalty program is $18 a month. So you can get up to, now it's around 12 beers for every single home and away game. That is a fantastic deal that pays for itself. Go on down to twodocksbrewing.com for more info. And if you want an extra free beer, sign up for your Mozos dues today. Become a Mozos dues member today and keep the noise going. For just $20 a year, you become a voting member and access exclusive content for those diehard Matadors fans. For $45 a year, you get all of that plus a complimentary scarf, stickers, magnets, a free beer before home games, which we will have free beers tomorrow at Two Docks. So make sure to check that out and much more during the season. Support the Mozos and Lubbock Soccer today. Sign up at shop.mozos.org. Caleb, what are the other matches that we have today?
Okay, so I'm going to go ones from outside the division first.
Go for it.
So Laredo Heat will be playing Atletico Houston FC. Royals, big game there. Des Moines. What's going on at that club?
Yeah.
We don't know. It's interesting to watch. That's for all our USL2 Discord people.
Shout out Des Moines, but shout out USL2.
Shout out whatever is going on.
Shout out whatever's going on in Des Moines. I call my boy Vaughn. Shout out Vaughn. We love you, Vaughn.
Dothan United versus Columbus United. That is your
game of the week.
Game of the week. So that'd be really interesting to see that. I believe it's Eleni, who's now the
yes,
manager
Eleni
at Columbus.
is the GM at Columbus.
There
yes, Eleni's been the GM at Columbus for the last 2 seasons now. So,
all right, now going back to our division, Texoma FC versus Denton. Texoma coming off a really, really disappointing loss against McKinney after going 1-0 up, played very, very well.
Yeah.
But something you're starting to see from this McKinney side is able to fight back. You know, I've said this before about previous Matadors games where that's the sign of champions. If you're able to play not well and still win games, you're going to do fairly well the rest of the year. So really interested to see how Texoma comes in that game, but also with Denton coming off of a 1-0 win versus the West Texas side. So that'll be a very good one there. McKinney Chupacabras face Fort Worth Vaqueros.
Unfortunately,
I wonder which way that one's going to go.
We did get a update from Chris Sau. Shout out Chris Sau of Lim Charts and talking USL to you. He gave us the Lim Charts data, and they have to win every single game to get up even into the top 4.
Well, not only do they have to win every game, every other team in the division have to draw every game.
Yes. their season is kind of over. It is over, essentially, at this point in time. So, sorry to our bros in Fort Worth. Thank you for to play our game.
Yeah, I mean, you have yet to score a goal in 4 games.
Yeah.
Have lost 7-0, 4-0, 4-0, 1-0.
Yeesh.
And then obviously the game that matters most, Midland versus Lubbock.
Correct. And that's the Ranger game of the week.
Oh yeah.
That is the Ranger game of the week. Make sure to tune into that. And have a few of stream engine play. You can have that on your phone, your laptop, and have us up on your TV if you're not making the trip down to Midland. You can watch all 3 games and all the games over there on stream engine play. I keep thinking SE play, and I'm thinking, Stream East. Oh, Stream East, I guess. So let's move on to the Wrecked Burgers and Brews final call, last call of the night, where we go on and talk about who we think is going to win this game and what the score prediction is. Yep. First off, let's talk a little bit about our sponsor, Wrecked Burgers and Brews. Wrecked Burgers and Brews is the official post-game par of the Mozos. Voted a top 10 burger spot by Visit Lubbock. Come on down to 2420 Broadway for their drink specials, apps, and burgers. Wrecked is the home of the Extra Time post-game show after every home game, starting at around 10:30 p.m. We will be out there after this game tonight, so make sure to come out and check it out. We're not going to be doing a show, but we'll be hanging out there, Caleb and I. But will we be at Wrecked Burgers and Brews, Caleb? When we're there, will we be happy or will we be sad?
I exist in a constant state of sadness. Sorry, I'm moving out of my house and it's all sad right now.
Yeah.
But I think this game is going to be very cagey.
Mm-hmm.
I think both sides are going to come out a little tense.
Yeah.
Which is normal for a first derby game of the season.
Yes.
I am going to go 2-0 Lubbock.
Okay.
I think we're going to score one super early. I think we're going to score one super late.
So we're just going to sandwich that.
We're just going to sandwich it. We're going to have like probably about 70 minutes of hell. Of
God.
Just on your...
And 30 of those minutes I'm capoing. 30 of those minutes you're capoing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's going to be a time. But so I do think it'll be a 2-0 win. I think just with the quality we possess and the amount of leadership we have to get us through this game, I think we'll see us through.
Okay. I'm thinking right now, right, I want to be happy. I want to be very happy boy. But I also want us to just steamroll these idiots.
Yeah.
I just want us to get them. This derby means something to a lot of us now. It started kind of as like a corporate America soulless thing,
Yeah,
and now
you
it has
sold your soul.
become. It is okay. It has become something that is just it means a lot more to a lot more people. While it's not Rangers Celtic, it's not a lot of your Man City, Man United derbies where it can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
I hope and pray that nobody comes out in the stands and starts swinging. That would be horrendous.
It would be me.
Okay, Caleb, let's not do that. Okay. Well, you're gonna be capoing second half, and it might happen. So
Yeah.
I will hold you back. I'll be your holdback man. I just really want, and I think the overall goal as well. I want this derby to continue to be this hot because it only makes soccer in our region of the world that much better. And then hopefully through that, Abilene gets a team, Amarillo gets a team. We have a lot more. Big Spring gets a team.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's bring in Fort Sumner and Clovis and let's have some fun.
Hobbs, New Mexico.
Hobbs, New Mexico. Come on down to USL 2. Just have a lot more fun in our division. And this is the marquee match for everyone not in the Prinks Gold Tire Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, every other team in DFW, they're all the way out there. We're out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Let's have some fun. Let's light some stuff on fire. Let's make out with somebody. I don't care. I don't care. Let's have some fun. Let's flip over a car. Let's burn some sofas. This is our time. This is our championship
The
right
Mozos
here.
do not condone the burning.
We do not condone the burning of cars or couches. We do condone the lighting of smokes. That's it. That's the only thing you can light on
If
fire.
you're at a sporting event and not in a public place.
Correct. Well, maybe sometimes
I have to
public place.
protect us legally.
Yeah, fair enough. But yes. Man. I think it's going to be 2-1 Lubbock.
Okay.
I think it's going to either A, like you said, sandwich of hell, but right before first half or right after second half, they score a goal, and then it's even more tense, and it's even more contentious. Or they start out 1-0, and then we go 1-2, and then we're done. Either way, this game is going to be insane from start to finish. We're excited to have and see everybody out there for that game down in Midland. If you can't make the trip, there will be a watch party at Two Dock starting at 7:30. So go on out there and support the Matadors. They will also have drink specials out there too. I believe it's $5 pints. I want to say if you're wearing Matadors gear, so wear your Matadors gear. Which, speaking of, we got our jerseys in today. If you're a season ticket holder, you can grab your jersey. So we've got ours. How do you think? How do you feel about it, Caleb? Where does it go? Where does it go on the cool wall?
Oh, the cool wall? Are we busting out the cool wall?
Where does it go on the cool wall?
We haven't
Caleb?
busted that out yet.
Yeah, where does it go on the cool wall?
Okay.
Hold on, I need to adhese that side down. There we go.
So, for context, super good, bad, super bad.
Super bad. Midland's jerseys right here. They tried a little too much.
No. I put Midland.
You put it right here?
I put it in uncool.
Okay, what's your
I think it
reasoning
has
for
the
that?
potential.
It has potential.
I think it is like a different color away from being cool. I think the color ruins it.
The colors do really ruin it, and it's just ugh. It's ugh. I mean, look, if you had that jersey and you won a championship in it, it's immediately iconic.
Sure.
It's one of those ones where it's tied to a team.
Yeah.
It's a lot like these jerseys, the 2025 ones. They're iconic because we had such a good season.
Yeah. It was like for these jerseys, I put them in like the line here between cool and Sub-Zero.
Yep.
But for context, for Sub-Zero is McKinney's jersey from this year.
McKinney's jersey is
McKinney's
fire.
jersey this year is Sub-Zero.
Unfortunately, I might have to buy myself a McKinney jersey.
I will hurt you.
I know, but I just as a jersey collector,
just know that I know where you live.
I understand, and you're here right now. but as a jersey collector, that is such a good jersey that I'm like, I will keep it in the back of my closet and I'll just have it as just something cool to have.
Anyways, this jersey for me goes right and cool. I think
solidly right here.
I think it's honestly a fine jersey. I'm giving it like a 6.5, maybe 7. I was saving myself there. But yeah, 6.5, maybe 7. I just think it's okay.
It's not bad. It is not bad. I do like how the jersey looks, especially. I do like that it's like this kind of like paintbrushy. Like
I don't like that it doesn't go on
I don't like that it doesn't go on the sleeves. I don't like that it doesn't like continue on the back. Then again, that did not happen with our jerseys last year, but I think that's because it was a lot more cohesive because the pinstripes kind of faded out and that kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But on the back, it is just straight red, and that's fine. I do like that we have the little Matadors logos on the 2 and the 6, but the 26 is also smaller than it is normally. So the numbers are smaller, but the numbers are cooler. I like it. It really, you could say that it's like a tribute to the Olympic art scene as well. So
also the badge is a lot bigger.
The badge is bigger, but we lost. We compared to last season's jersey, we lost the embroidered Puma logo, which I am very upset about. Yeah. I really like the embroidered Puma logo. I really hoped that we could have at least retained that, but you know, we'll take what we can get, especially in current political climate, current shipping climate, current everything climate. So it is a cool, whereas Midland's jersey is just an uncool. Yep. It's just it's a really bad just color combination. Is there anything that is just like that is in the seriously uncool division right now? I think you said that.
I need to pull up my old sheet.
I think you did. Yeah, you had an old sheet there. You don't have it. It's okay. You don't have
this.
to.
No, this will be its
own podcast episode.
Yeah, this will be its own podcast episode where I go through and do all this again.
Either Monday or Tuesday we have to record that, or Thursday or Friday we'll have to record that.
Yeah, because we got to print it all out.
Yep, exactly. So, anyway, you said 2-0.
Yep.
I said 2-1. We will see what happens tonight. Again, that game is at the Astound Broadband Stadium in Midland, Texas at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on West Texas FC's website for $15. It's $16. They have theirs a little more expensive than Lubbock's, but $16. Go on down and grab yours. And we have 4 more spots on the party bus if you are willing to come out. At $60 per person, includes a game ticket, so you get to go have transportation to and from, and you could have a little bit of fun going to and from, and not just. Yeah, keep it between the lines there. There we go.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, don't like that song. No, you can have some fun. You can party with us. That'll be a lot of fun. So $60. We depart 2 docks from 3 p.m. If you're still interested, make sure to find us at 2 docks starting at 2 p.m.
And remember, the more people who join, the cheaper the prices.
Correct. We can fit up to 12. We have 8 people so far. We need 4 more to make it to 12. Please do that. Yep. That'd be really cool because then Clayton and I don't have to spend as much money on this. So that'd be awesome. Yep. So yeah. Thanks y'all so much for tuning in to the pre-show. We will see y'all with the game tonight. We will not have a post-game show for this game, but we will probably have some form of show to talk about our thoughts later on this week.
There will probably be some drunk Instagram stories.
There will probably be some drunk Instagram stories. Follow us on Instagram at Mozos LBK if you want to see those. Caleb, any final words?
Just do it.
Just do it. Let's kill these freaks. They're freaks. They're just freaks down there, man. They're just crazy people.
I was good. No, I'm not gonna say.
Don't say it. You can say it after. You can say it after. That's fine for Caleb Lester.
You know what? Mutant bastards.
For Caleb Lester, I'm Dylan Witt. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the pre-show. We'll see you guys at the field in Midland tonight. Sorry, we're recording this the night before. Have a fantastic day.
Get into these mutant
bastards side. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.